This episode is brought to you by Snapple. Want to know another Snapple fact? The first hot air balloon passengers were a sheep, a duck, and a rooster. Ridiculous. Check out Snapple.com to find ridiculously flavored Snapple near you.
Look, Bumble knows you're exhausted by dating. All the, must not take yourself too seriously, and 6'1" since that matters. And what do I even say other than, hey? Well, that's why they're introducing an all-new Bumble, with exciting features to make compatibility easier, starting the chat better, and dating safer. They've changed, so you don't have to. Download the new Bumble now.
Hello, everyone. The clip you're about to hear is from one of our exclusive Patreon episodes on a recent horror release, and just like all of our other episodes, it might include major spoilers for said horror release, so don't listen to it if you haven't already seen it. You've officially been warned. And if you'd like to hear the full episode, just head on over to patreon.com/horrorqueers and subscribe today. Without further ado, here is your exclusive Patreon clip. I do think this is a very pretty movie.
For sure.
But I agree. Like, so again, while I'm saying, like, I think this is fine. I enjoy this. I had fun watching this. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's no dread. I don't think it's particularly scary. And there's not really a sense of urgency in the filming style outside of what the characters are saying. But that doesn't translate into the actual, like, mood that the piece is evoking.
Mm-hmm. And folks, I mean, I feel like people implicitly understand one of the reasons why I am so frustrated, but just in case you're like new to Horror Queers or you haven't listened to any of our Servant episodes, it's because of who this is written and directed by that I am so frustrated. Yeah. Because if this was just some random person, I'd say like, okay, well, this isn't a great debut. I think it's well done. I'll keep an eye out for their future endeavors. It's because I know what she can do, and this is not it. So I do feel like I'm probably going to come down a little bit harder on this, but it's only because, again, if folks have seen what Ashana Night Shyamalan can do from those Servant episodes, which she does write and she does direct, and I guess maybe before we go any further, Trace, we should address the nepotism in the room, because apparently people decided that because she's related to M. Night that they can just shit all over her.
Yeah, I saw a lot of that, including in some of our listeners. And it's kind of a thing where, I mean, look, the nepotism conversation I find very annoying because, look, does nepotism exist? Yes.
Sure.
Does nepotism exist in every single industry besides the film industry?
Sure.
Yes. And I find it very interesting that we, as a society, really focus on the film stuff because as if it's somehow more unfair than nepotism in any other industry. But here's the thing. Ashana Night Shyamalan has proven her talent as a filmmaker, at least in television, not film. But I mean, again, it's still like she has a very distinct visual eye. You can make the argument, oh, well, she was working under a showrunner on Servant, so it wasn't like fully her thing. But I mean,
true. Yeah.
It's her name directing all those things. And do I think maybe her clout and her Shyamalan name helped her get this movie made? Yes. But I mean, to me, this isn't an egregious, like, oh, like, look, no talent nepotism. Like, she shouldn't be making movies anymore, you know?
Yeah, and obviously she is aware of the criticisms. You can go and track down any number of interviews, because apparently this was a huge talking point when she was doing press for the film. And she's very candid. And she says, yes, of course, nepotism got my foot in the fucking door. Like, yes, I worked with my father, as you said, under a different showrunner for Servant. That was just a show he created. He wasn't actually doing most of it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know, nepotism only gets you so far.
Right.
In most cases. Sometimes it's shocking how far people can go on just a name.
Well, I think it's easier with, and maybe this is like going against my argument, I think it's easier for a creator to use nepotism, because I think if you're an actor, I feel like everyone can see if you're good or bad or not. And eventually those people will kind of like, their careers will dwindle down or die, or they'll just become influencers, I guess.
Ooh, you say that, but Scott Eastwood is still working, Trace.
Okay, but like, name me the last Scott Eastwood movie you saw.
Oh, Fast and Furious.
Okay, but was he in the 10th one?
I don't know if he was in the 10th one. He was definitely in the 9th one.
That's actually, well, he definitely was in the 9th one, but that was also a bad movie. But like, if he was in the 10th one, like that proves our, well, you know, because he was so boring, I couldn't even remember he was in the movie. But okay, you are right. But I don't think this, to me, this does feel like a first time feature. But again, this to me is not like the worst movie I've ever seen. This is not M. Night Shyamalan's, well, I'm saying this, I haven't seen it, but I know you have and you hate it. But this is not M. Night Shyamalan's Lady in the Water, which I think is the closest comparison we can have between father and daughter films.